All right, this is Brandon Hayes with Anthony Dinar, and I guess we're back from retirement.
We're back!
Not really. This is just a one-shot.
This is our final tour.
We might be dead. So, we're doing a Transformers game.
If I could turn back time.
And why are we doing this?
So we've been pulled out of retirement for the Soiled Restroom Cinema. We were guests on their show, and we did a Transformers movie, I assume, right?
No, actually.
No?
We did.
That would be stupid.
We did The Island.
Oh, then why don't we play, like, Adventure Island?
Well, that's what I suggested, but you shot that down, and I'm not sure why.
I didn't shoot that down.
Well, anyway, we watched The Island, and because that's produced by Michael Bay, or directed by, who cares? It's Michael Bay trash. Then it was decided that we would do something video game related to Michael Bay, which is a Transformers game.
It was suggested, recommended. We were asked to do this, so and we happily obliged. It was actually a really cool episode.
I obliged. Not happily.
Oh. Oh, it was actually a really good episode. We did it with Sarah Polton, which was one of their newest co-flushers for that podcast. They talk about movies. They reference them to turds, and so they flush it, so you don't have to see it. Anyway, she was on the show. That's the first time we ever recorded with her. It was great. I mean, I love the other two girls. We got Colleen Griffin and Nora Crest. Both are great. Honor, I have a love affection for. He's we recorded that on Father's Day, and he thought of me because I call him Daddy at night.
Okay. Way to make this super weird.
Well, look at how fucking dark this game is. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, we should talk a little bit about this pile of crap. So, this game is absolutely terrible. You can see, like, physics don't mean anything. Locking onto targets sucks. Like you mentioned, that the just the brightness is terrible. This is the brightness cranked up quite a bit, and we didn't want to do it any brighter because then the whole image just starts to bleach out and you can't see anything. So,
good old PlayStation 2. This is Transformers the game.
Well, and this was totally crapped out just to like, hey, rush it out because the movie's coming out in theaters. You can totally tell that no thought was put into this, no effort. The controls are really, really bad, and it was so bad that like after about an hour of playing, you didn't die, or you did die a couple times, but like the thing that made you turn off the game was just you couldn't take it anymore. You're like, these controls suck, and you threw the controller down. So we had like an hour of gameplay, and we opened
put
up
down to 15 minutes.
Well, yeah, because it's so repetitive. No one's going to want to watch the whole thing. But so this hour of footage, we fired up that video, and the whole file was corrupted. So you spent, I don't know, maybe two and a half, maybe even 3 hours trying to recover that footage.
The computer's like, this is Michael Bay garbage.
But the point is, you hated the game so much, it would have been quicker just to replay the game, but you straight up refused. You're like, no, I can salvage this film.
I'm like the FBI or whatever, like descrambling a hard drive, like discovering whatever it is that person's guilty of. Like, I reassembled, oh my god, it was like a transformer. Like, I reassembled that file into what you're seeing now. Yeah.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you how awful this game was, like the whole experience from start to finish. This thing only cost $2 and you got ripped off. We had 2 other alternative games because you bought 3 total, right?
Yeah.
And
2 of them were for PlayStation 2 and one of them's for PlayStation 4. So
we probably should have done 4. It would have looked better at least. This just looks like garbage. But
we'll do it again. We'll do another episode.
I hope not. No, we're retired.
Well, we're actually gearing up. We're coming back, right? Full swing.
Not really. We don't have any. We don't have anything in the works video wise. We have a bunch of podcasts for movies we've watched, movie reviews.
We're working on bringing back Torture Vision's podcast, and we're gonna bring back some of these videos for YouTube.
But they're gonna be real sparse. Like I don't know. I've been working on other things personally.
Yeah, and
super busy.
It's cool, and this is a hobby, and it should be for fun. But we needed a break. The gameplay of all these things I really do enjoy. But it's tough. I mean, like you just mentioned how many hours we put into a 15-minute episode.
It's even less than 15 minutes, but yeah, several hours.
And then that's everyone who makes content online, and people don't know that unless they're creating content themselves, which is very few and far between, unless it's like a ridiculous unboxing video.
Oh, those don't even fucking count. How much effort does it take to do that?
Yeah. No.
Speaking of things that take a long time, though, The Island is like a 12-hour movie?
God, yeah.
Holy fuck, does that feel like it takes forever?
Yeah. It was tough. It was tough. One of the suggested titles that I should have brought up. Honor, the host of the Soiled Restroom Cinema, makes us play this weird fucking game. He calls it Thunder Dump, and so like it reminded me of the Sea Org.
It's basically he asks you to come up with alternative titles for the shit movie that we watch.
Right. And the movie reminds me of the Sea Org, which is a Scientology like boot camp / military branch of the organization or the church or whatever you want to call it. It was a fucking weird movie.
Just the beginning. It takes place in a lab, essentially, the real shorthand of it, and the clones, or spoiler, I guess, the clone people are all in this lab, and the lab is all nice and pristine, and like you said, it looks like a Scientology orientation video.
So think of all the clone games we could have played that would have made more of a tie-in than Transformers.
Oh yeah, the list is quite extensive.
Oh, that's funny. I love ripping on all of them. I hope that the girls on the show don't think I'm a dick, because one of them, Colleen, she fucking hates me because I voted third party in the election because I didn't want to take part in the political process.
I don't want to take part in political talk. So.
And then I'm an equal opportunity offender, so I like to make fun of everyone on the show. We had a fucking blast. I was laughing my ass off during that episode, so I highly recommend everyone checking it out and thanking them for bringing us back online.
Well, yeah, it was our 5th appearance, I think.
I think so, yeah. And each time it's better than the last. It's a lot of fun. You start to relate to people and understand like how everyone's talking quirks are, and you don't talk over people as much. It's hard to get acquainted to somebody on like that personal like level, and each episode gets better. It's great. They're awesome people.
I kept a lot of this footage here, like this cinema scene crap, just to show you how, I don't know, garbage it is.
So did you have like 15 minutes of just pure loading?
I cut all that out,
yeah.
I cut out like I try to make the black space just non-existent and the loading screens, like, so this game looks like it fires up real quick. No, it does not.
One of these things right here is driving's incredibly difficult, and that's actually where I just gave up, was a driving scene.
And that's yeah, you fired up. We're playing Decepticons here, and then later you're like, well, maybe the Autobots are better. It's no, but the controls are really bad, and I always like every time we play a game that has vehicles in it, and the vehicle driving is bad. Like I don't understand why. Yeah. Like, what is it like? Did they just spend extra time on Mario Kart and games like that to make it smooth? Like, what is the excuse for a bad driving game? Shouldn't it just be like push the accelerator, go forward? If you want to turn, you turn.
If it drove exactly how the helicopters flew, yeah, I would have no complaints. I mean, it would be weird, but like I would be fine with that because that was actually doable. It's so much easier to fly the helicopter than it is to drive a car, which is symbolic for fucking Michael Bay. He loves his helicopters.
The Island, seriously, is like, I think, a 3-hour movie. It would have been like an hour if you took out all the helicopter shots. The guy is just gay for helicopters.
Yeah. What? There's a name for that when you fall in love with like physical objects. I don't know what that's called, but he's like definitely has that for helicopters.
Yeah.
And then
which is funny because I think at the end of this video, which is coming up pretty soon, I think you get killed by an Autobot helicopter dude because he's got like this whirling thing on his back and he keeps whipping you with it.
That's funny. That's great. Yeah, no, it's a stupid game, and I'm surprised you can tell what's going on at all. But
well, you know what? We shouldn't blame the game for that too much because the design of these things in the movie, you're pretty much indistinguishable. You can't tell arms from legs, Autobots from Decepticons. True. Like, there's nothing like the old cartoon where they took time to actually like make the things look like what they were supposed to be.
And you know that's pretty cool too. Like the one for PlayStation 4, that's like cartoon style.
With the old look. Like we should have played that one.
Well, you know what? We will. I bought it. I mean, we got it. We'll play it. We'll plug Honor. Again, so
okay, so look for that 2 or 3 months from now.
It's not that bad. Okay, it's pretty bad, but you know it's not gonna be like that.
This is some great footage right here, just to show you how crappy these vehicles move. It's so realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
It's funny, too, that it keeps telling you, like, get to the action zone quickly or else you're going to fail the stage.
It's like, I'm trying, and you can't walk there because you're too slow. So you got to go into the car mode, but you can't until you get away from the cops, and I can't steer. See? Like, fuck this game.
Yeah, it's pretty weak. But you can see why I cut the footage way down. Because it's basically like, you ever play Rampage?
Yeah,
it's like, destroy the buildings, destroy the cars. Sometimes it's just like, your objective is to destroy stuff. And then to change things up, to mix up the gameplay, they're like, hey, destroy stuff within a 5-minute window.
Yeah.
Destroy stuff within a 10-minute window. It's like, okay, so it's the same fucking thing over and over again. But I guess if you like Michael Bay Transformers movies, then you're used to that.
Yeah.
Because that's all those fucking movies are.
Here's that helicopter guy you're talking about. I can't get close to him. So he's got that thing spinning over his head, and he just knocks me back. I try to shoot him, and he's got that blue shield, so it stops him from getting hurt. What I should have done is like picked up a car and thrown it at him. I think that's what I was supposed to do, but I was just too pissed off to continue. You know, something else that's really annoying about this game is like when you go to play it, like you start out and it's like, get to the, you know, green checkpoint or whatever. You get there and then it loads a cinema scene that is no talking whatsoever.
It's like 2 seconds.
And then you're back to the game again, and it's like the first walking to the green thing took no time at all. And then like fucking getting to the cinema scene like was no time at all. Like it was just a waste. You spent more time in the loading than you did actually playing.
I think they just felt obligated, like they had a commitment. Like it said, you need to have this many cinema scenes per, you know, stage.
Michael Bay's like, I gotta see 50% helicopters.
But definitely not worth playing. And we'll see you later.